this is Rachel Tessman from StampYourArtOut.com, and today I'd like to introduce you to the October 2014 My Paper Pumpkin Kit titled Sweet as Pie. This kit has everything that you need, including the stamps and the ink, to make 8 festive pie boxes, which could be used as favors around the Thanksgiving dinner table. The directions with photos are included in the kit, and Stampin' Up! Even posts their own video, so that you can watch step by step how to assemble these paper pumpkin kit contents according to the directions given. Now, in my videos, I like to show you how to think outside the box with your kit products. I show alternate ways to use these kits to create all sorts of fun projects. Cards, pages, boxes, little bags. I share many of my ideas in videos and on my blog. And then I also share other project ideas privately with my personal Paper Pumpkin subscribers. Find me on Pinterest, and the ideas will never end. In fact, Stampin' Up! Included a little pamphlet inside this box to tell you that they're also on Pinterest. You'll want to check that out. Not a subscriber yet? You'll want to be after checking out what can be created with these very affordable kits. I am very excited to share, so let's get started. Now keep in mind that any extra tools that I use in this video can also be purchased from me in my online store. I always start out by making the actual project intended from the kit. It gives me a feel for the product, and that's when my creative ideas start coming to me. So let's take a look at the box that comes in that kit. Of course, it folds into a pie shape. There's also, besides the second pattern that comes in the kit, this one here, there's also a third side that you can use in the box. You just have to remember, you have to keep in mind that the adhesive will be the other direction. Otherwise it'll show on the outside of the box, so you'd be having it go this way instead, and you don't want that. So you're just going to ignore the adhesive strips if you decide to turn it inside out, and put adhesive on the back side of those flaps instead. Okay, after the box is folded up, this part here is just intended to go in without being adhered. Now you could definitely put adhesive there as well if you'd like to, but it's not necessary with these adhesive little stickers that come in the kit. Okay, so I went on the internet. The comment kept coming up that yellow is really not whipped cream color. So I have another idea that I'm going to show you with the yarn in case you would rather do your whipped cream out of white cardstock, and these are just punched out with the scallop circle punch. So you take white cardstock, punch about 4 or 5 of these, and then you put them together, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. You put them together with a brad and start scrunching. And then this here is satin ribbon from I think it's the July kit, the Wish Big July kit. So it was leftover satin ribbon because you got a whole roll of it, so there's plenty. And I put some fast fuse, some really strong tape underneath, and just started looping it and sticking it down, and that gave a whipped cream look here as well. This is our burlap ribbon, and that was so that it kind of has more of a curvature on the back. And then when you put 8 of those together, it actually looks like a rounder pie rather than a very geometric flat pie on the back. Plus you could just slide this off, and now your box is able to open without pulling a sticker off. So let me show you quickly how to make that scallop circle whipped cream fluff. Again, this isn't my idea, but I have to share it because I think it does look more like an authentic. You'll want to punch out 4 to 5 scallop circles. This is my 2 3/8 inch scallop circle punch. And just stack them together. Pierce a hole through the middle. And of course it doesn't have to be an exact middle. Then you're going to take your candy dot brad bases, poke one through, and any kind of brad is fine as long as it will hold it nice and strong. And then you start scrunching. Some people actually spritz them with water. You can do that too. But if you're in a hurry and you don't want to wait for them to dry, scrunching like this is just fine. And you just scrunch and scrunch. You can leave the bottom one flat if you'd like. And then I like to twist mine so that they're not all lined up anymore. They kind of make it a little bit more fluffy. And there you've got your whipped cream. It's that quick, that easy. And then of course the adhesive that comes in the kit is the perfect size for the scallop circle so that you can stick that on your pie. Another fun idea is a Thanksgiving card. So again, if you're not going to use the pom-pom, the yellow ribbons and the pom-pom kind of look in your projects, and you're going to do the whipped cream instead, then you've got all these leftover pom-pom makers, which if you flip over, look like a giant H. So we're going to take the stamp that says Happy Thanksgiving, and we're going to ink that up using a black ink. You could use the basic black ink, you could use the Memento, you could use the Stays On. We're going to stamp that along the edge of our H, and we'll set that aside for a moment. Then we're going to grab feathers, and I've already pre-punched out all these feathers from the 4 sheets of feathers that you get in the kit. You get lots of feathers, by the way, lots of pretty colors, and you actually have a 6th color because if you flip them over you have white. So we're going to start sticking a few of these together, and again, adhesive, you could use the fast fuse if that's what you have, or you can get your snail out, and you're just going to start putting a little adhesive at the base of a feather and attach one to the other one. So there we have our fanned out feathers. I'll move this out of the way. We're going to flip our H over, and we're going to attach our feathers to the back of the H, like that. And then we're going to add some dimensionals, and you have plenty of dimensionals. If you've been a subscriber, you have a whole sheet of those really thick, puffy adhesive pieces. You should have those in a few past kits. If not, you can get them from my online store. And we're going to lay that on the front of the card like this. By the way, the card base, I just got some of our crumb cake note cards and envelopes, a little packet of that. Now, after you've got that done, then you're going to grab one of your orange feathers and one of your yellow feathers. And you're going to trim, using your paper snips, trim off, let's see here, you have to get a little creative in your trimming here. There is some scissors work involved. We're going to trim off kind of a triangular, rounded triangular piece, and then from this one, we want kind of a long, not so triangular piece. All right, on the back side of your yellow one, we'll put a tiny, tiny mini dimensional. And I apologize about the sun reflection. It's funny, half the time I choose to, my videotaping day is on a sunny day, and so some of my videos just aren't that easy to watch, but I want to get these ideas to you all quickly. Okay, so after you've done that, then you'll lay the orange piece down, and on top you'll lay the yellow piece, and then you'll grab, I have a Project Life journaling pen, you could use any black pen or marker, and you'll seriously just put 2 little dots there. So super, so stinking cute. And you can see it's our little turkey. It's our turkey Happy Thanksgiving card. Then you can write inside, send it to somebody who lives far away and wish them a happy Thanksgiving. This is the cardboard that comes in the kit, and I obviously trimmed mine down a little bit. I just put it through a nice strong paper cutter. You could use your rotary blade on your Stampin' Trimmer and trim out some thin strips of cardboard with it. Okay, so you hear a little jingle in the background. I'm not showing you yet, but let me first explain. I punched out all my feathers initially when I started, and then if you look kind of close up, I don't know with the sun shining, it might be hard to see, but they look like mouths. So then I trimmed out one of them, and I thought, how can I use this as a mouth? Let me put it on a dark background here so you can see the white outline. So I left the white outline, kept the color within, and then I said, that's still not good enough. Here, maybe if I put it here. Can you see? There you go. So then I trimmed it so that you had a little bit of extra white on the top. Got out my googly eyes from the craft store and I made little monsters. So, so you can see I've got a little monster here. And I kind of kept going with it and made a whole bunch of little monsters. And I thought, well, how can you use these monsters? Well, kids, first of all, there's kids that are getting the paper pumpkin kits. They're going to want to do something besides just the pie boxes. They want to do something silly and fun, right? So here's something silly and fun. You can take and make a bunch of little monsters with googly eyes, or draw the eyes in if you want to. You don't have to go buy something extra, just draw them in. And then you can flip them over and you can write a note to your friend on the back that you know, says how much you like them, or thanks so much for being my friend. On the back side I put yum yum yum, enjoy your lunch, XOXO mom. Hold that up a little higher so you can read it. So yes, this is one that you could stick into your child's lunchbox. So moms, you can make them as well. And then if you have littler kids, or kids that like to be silly in their rooms once in a while, you can show them how to make puppets. And that's where we took the cardboard strips. We cut a bunch of strips that were like 3/8 inches wide, and we made a bunch of puppets. And you could even use these puppets as shadow puppets. And then you'll have all those little mouths with teeth, and you can make them all go rah rah and have a fun little puppet show. Okay, and then of course I didn't use all my pom-poms. I had some pom-poms left over after making my one, and I get 2 kits, so I had like several pom-poms left over. And it took me back to the day when I was a kid. So I made a couple pom-poms the true size that you're supposed to, right, for the pie boxes. But these were not quite as big as I used to make them. Second piece of cardboard, and I cut it in half. And then I started wrapping around, and I did it with 2 of these balls, and this is what I got. It's not, it looks like, I don't know, Cousin It, because it's kind of droopy, not as exciting as a regular pom-pom. So then I took 4. And I think this was the key, although you could probably do 5. But I took 4 of them, and then you'd have 2 sets in your box, and you attach them to your skates. How many of you did that? So you know, your figure skates that you wear in the winter, or even roller skates. I think people even put them on their roller skates. We had a skating rink in our yard. My dad flooded our front yard every winter, and so we would make these pom-poms, of course, in different colors, and stick them on the front of our skates, and we thought we were pretty cool. So here, I'm bringing that trend back. Make super large pom-poms with the leftover yarn if you're not going to use it. One last idea is a favorite of one of our pie boxes, and again, we're going to turn it inside out. Fast fuse tape. It's this tape I recommend. I'll drag that along one side. Make sure that you flick it so that it doesn't get gummy. Put your box together. We'll grab a doily. Take a longer scissor, it's easier, or you could take your paper trimmer and cut one in half, and the other one you'll leave whole. Then you can use just regular adhesive, because you don't want to pull too much on these delicate doilies, and you're going to put a little adhesive on them. Those of you that are my personal subscribers got a doily in your gift box just recently. Or it's coming to you if you haven't gotten it yet. You just wrap that over. You can put that on the bottom of your caramel apple box if you want to, or you can take the extra doily pieces, cut it in, or the doily piece, cut it in half, and put 1/2 on this side and 1/2 here. But because I have lots of doilies, I'm going to go ahead and put a full piece on the back inside of mine, like this. And then we're going to stamp with our stamp that says, holiday calories don't count. Wouldn't it be nice if all calories didn't count? They don't really count, do they? Eat food, enjoy. Okay, we'll stamp that down on a piece of scrap white cardstock. White cardstock, black cardstock, always great to have on hand. And then, you know, use your paper trimmer, or just use your steady hand. It doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. Take your trimmers, your trimmers or your snips or your scissors, and cut a banner. And then use your bone folder. It's a great tool. You could use a pen if you don't have the actual bone folder. Just take your pen, and curve. See? There's ways to save money. And then we'll take one of the adhesive dots from our kit, the smaller one. We'll put that, oopsie, I just pulled the backing off. I didn't actually pull the adhesive off. There we go. We'll put that on the back of the bottom part of our banner, the part that's going to lay down on our box. We'll set that aside for a minute. Before we stick that on, let's make some holes. You could use, if you have one of these massive crocodile tools, you can punch holes on the sides of your box with that, or you can take you know, any hole punch. It doesn't matter. If you have a really, like an average size hole punch, then you'll want to tie your knots in your ribbon 2 or 3 times. As it is, this hole is pretty large, so I have to tie my knots in my ribbon twice. And again, this is leftover satin ribbon from the Wish Big kit. If you are a subscriber, you can still get that kit, the refill part of it, because it is available. All subscribers can get past certain select past kits when they're available. Some of them are full kits, which include the stamps and the ink, and some of them are just partial kits, which are great if you have, you know, other stamps and inks you can use with them anyways. And then we stick that down like that. Oh wait, one more thing. Oh, I almost showed you the finished one. Not yet. My subscribers also got a little packet of sequins, and I put in sequins from the holiday catalog, the ones that are just silver and white. They have the snowflakes in them. Let me show them to you really quick. Ooh, open them on the correct side. Isn't that pretty? Snowflakes and then the silver sequins. And then I also combined with the in color sequins in there. And I just took glue dots, small glue dots, ones that you can purchase separately, because these glue dots in the kit are a little bit too big, unless you want to try to trim them down, but that gets putsy. And you just use glue dots and adhere them to the side here like that. And you fill your little bag with any kind of holiday treat. I put small candy canes in mine. You could stick this on a door, or if the treat is not really heavy, you could put it on your tree if you're into the big, huge ornaments like that. So that's one project idea. One more thing that I want to mention on that pie, the fun whipped cream, is on the inside, this candy dot brad, I forgot to mention this, I used candy dots in the neutral colors, and you can get different color candy dots, and I used the white one and I put that on the inside of my brad so that it made it a little less silvery and it was easier to kind of camouflage the metallic color that was on the inside. So that's how we got that box. Okay, so we're gonna leave the glitter there. We don't have time to clean up, but I'm gonna show you the different things that we demonstrated or mentioned or showed on the video today. And I have another video. This is just part 1 of 2. I have another video. Oh, his eye got stuck. Another video that has scrapbook pages in it. So all of you people who do scrapbooking, you're going to love the pages. They are so wintry and pretty, and even if you don't live in a place where it snows, it's fun to look at snow. Thank you for watching. It builds creativity to think outside the box. Be sure to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe so that you can catch more paper pumpkin videos that I've shared using past kits, and more that I'll share with this one, of course. I have that second one, and future kits. Also, be sure to visit my blog at stampyourartout.com so that you can view close-up photos of these items and see photos of other paper pumpkin kit ideas. And if you want to see even more, get your Paper Pumpkin subscription started with me as your demonstrator to see some exclusive project ideas. I hope that you all enjoyed this video tutorial, and now I'd like you all to go and stamp your art out. Bye-bye. Isn't he cute? I love him. Bye-bye.